Welcome on Fox 10 Phoenix Facebook Live and fox10phoenix.com. Look at the conditions we have for you right now with this heavy dust coming into the area. Hi, everybody. Mike Pace here alongside Stephanie Olmo. And what are we experiencing right here?
Oh, my God. A repeat like what we saw last week. You remember last week?
This is like times two.
Times two. Yeah, there's actually another storm here. We have a cold front that's passing through our area, and that's what's kicking up the winds. Of course, when we talk about a storm, a cold front passing through, this is what typically happens, and we're looking at it right now. What you're seeing out there, the dust, when you have the strong winds kicking up the dust there. So we do have blowing dust advisories out into effect around Casa Grande. Remember Casa Grande last week?
Why does it always seem to start there? It always seems like the party gets started right there.
Right there, yeah. You have the higher elevations there, also up north as well, where you have the high wind warnings, the wind advisories around Flagstaff, that area, where you have the winds kicking up to 60 miles per hour, and even some areas higher than that. So I think it was Show Low. I saw a report. They actually peaked 56 miles per hour this afternoon so far. So we just have to be careful just overall today.
Oh, yeah. And look at it now in the main picture that we have here for you on the left. This is right by State Route 347, just north of Maricopa there.
Wow, yeah, very dangerous, yeah.
So look at that, what people are dealing with there.
Exactly. And, you know, it's something you want to point out is when you come across a situation like this, you don't want to put your lives in danger. You know, just pull aside. And, you know, the motto there is just pull aside, stay alive. So.
And that's so true, too. Especially, you might be new to the area. Maybe you're just coming here. Maybe this is your first spring, summer.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think that pulling over would be the best idea, but it is.
It is, yeah, because you can't see. A lot of times you can't even see the car in front of you, and that car could be right in front of you, and you can't even see it because the dust is just that thick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you just want to avoid that, avoid accidents. Again, we saw this last week, and we saw the backup. I-10 was closed in both directions for a couple of hours. So, of course, if you could avoid it, it's best to do so.
It really is. And if you're just joining us here on Facebook Live, let us know where you are watching from right now. I know just because we're here in Arizona, a lot of people like to check in and see what's exactly happening.
Yeah.
People out in the Midwest, East Coast, they're still dealing with just horrible weather.
Yeah, exactly.
And it doesn't seem like they have spring there yet.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully soon that changes up there. But at least for us, this is going to carry on this afternoon. I know rush hour, right?
Yeah.
Rush hour coming up in just a bit. What time is it now?
Well, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
And for some reason here in Arizona, I feel like rush hour starts early.
That's true.
I'm like, when do you guys get out?
I know. It's because sometimes, like, let's just say if we leave right now for a break or something, like, we're like, what? Wait a minute. What's all this traffic?
It's already being slammed right there. So maybe if you have friends and family that you know sneak out around 3:30 or 4, why don't you hit that share button to alert
give them
everybody.
a heads up.
Yeah, let them know.
Yeah, for sure.
So it could come onto their Facebook, news stream and
for sure
and see that. But yeah, this is something that just popped up here within the last 15 minutes.
Yep.
And why does it always seem around this time too? Even when we get down to monsoon time.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems like this is the hot hour.
Right, and people are saying, it's not even monsoon season yet, but this could happen obviously before monsoon season, right? When you have a couple of, and sometimes you have a couple of dry storms that pass through the area around this time. Also, something to point out, it's very, very dry, right? So you think about the low relative humidity, and when you have the dry storm that passes through, it's like that's going to raise the fire danger in the area. So that's another concern, guys. When you kick up the winds and you talk about low relative humidity, that's a concern.
That is.
Yeah.
So we got a whole little collection here of bad things that could happen.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. So stay here right with us. Well, Stephanie, thanks. I know you got to go run and do some other stories here. But
exactly. Yeah.
I like that you come up and pop up and just give us the 411 right there.
Exactly. Real quick.
Yeah. There we go. Thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah,
we'll stay right here on Facebook Live for you, everybody, as we continue to show you these heavy dust conditions. What's going to happen next? All right, if you are just joining us here, welcome everybody. We are expecting a high temperature today of about 85 degrees, and that came just shortly after 1 p.m. We'll see if we could get a little bit warmer than that. We just don't know at this point, but the dust conditions continue to pick up pretty thick here between Phoenix and Maricopa near the gravel pit. National Weather Service of Phoenix is saying to please take it easy out on those roadways today, definitely. And also the wind-blown dust continues to reduce visibility around State Route 347 just north of Maricopa. Please slow down for safety. You know, they really can't stress that enough here, as these strong winds are kicking up and blowing dust and making travel conditions very, very rough in that area. We continue to bring you live right here on News Now. Thank you so much for joining us here worldwide on Fox10Phoenix.com and Fox 10 Phoenix Facebook Live. Remember, when breaking news does occur, you know we have you covered right here on News Now as we take a look here of this situation. All right, folks, if you're just joining us here, welcome to News Now on Fox10Phoenix.com and Facebook Live with this heavy dust conditions. We also want to alert you to another breaking news story that we are following for you right here.
This is a Fox 10 News Alert.
Take a look at this happening in Texas right now. Luckily, no injuries are being reported in this fire at an industrial facility in Texas City. People are being ordered in that area to shelter in place here of this plant fire. An explosion causing this in Texas City, Texas. It's caused a massive fire and heavy smoke. We'll continue to follow that for you, but we want to take you back out to all the coverage here of these heavy dust conditions in Arizona. We are bringing this to you live right now on Fox 10 Phoenix, Facebook Live, and Fox10Phoenix.com. We are also getting some peak wind gusts that are coming in right now. Let me just break it down for you, everybody. This is we got some big numbers to report here. Okay, at the Winslow Airport, 63 miles per hour. That was at 1:05 this afternoon. Then you got the area of Show Low, 56 miles per hour at 10:15 this morning. Then Window Rock Airport reporting at 51 miles per hour at 1:30. Flagstaff Airport at 47 miles per hour at 9:30 this morning. Then you have the Page Airport, 46 miles per hour, 1:49, and then St. John's Airport, 46, being reported there at 12:19. So definitely something to really pay attention to. Thanks to everybody for joining us here live on Facebook Live, Fox10Phoenix.com as well. All right, everybody, and we are also learning that our Skyfox is heading south.
346 is 347 and Riggs.
So we will have some Sky Fox pictures, folks, in just a little bit. All right, and just take a look at what we are getting some now ground shots here. Let me get you the information here in just a moment. This is the 347 in Riggs, everybody. Take a look at the wind right here. 347 in Riggs is really being very, very windy here. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, so we continue to bring this to you live here on Fox 10 Phoenix Facebook Live. Thanks so much for all our viewers right now continuing to check in with us and letting us know where you are watching from. Really the tale of the tape here and really the moral of the story. Just slow down when you're in these conditions. Dust and wind really just do not mix here, and especially when you have people driving sometimes like it's still a sunny day. That's when you could see a lot of accidents, and that's exactly what we don't want to see. We don't want to be reporting on that. So be safe, everyone. We don't like reporting on accidents. All right, folks, and we also have a driving shot here for you as well in the bottom right corner. So we're trying to cover this from many angles for you, almost give you that what it's like in the driver's seat right now. All right, and once again, our photojournalist on the bottom right there is I-10 East, right by the I-17 split right now, we are learning. Just taking a look here at these live images. All right, and in the top right now, we also have Sky Fox is up. Sky Fox is up here for you as well to give you kind of all the angles covered here for you this afternoon on News Now.
This is a Fox 10 News Alert.
And we also just want to let you know that we are covering this story out here for you as well. Texas City, Texas, of an industrial facility fire that is happening right now. No injuries being reported. That's the good thing. We'll get you back out now to the latest here weather in Arizona. Thanks to all our viewers here continuing to check in with us. National Weather Service reporting earlier that areas of dense blowing dust have developed southeast of Phoenix due to southwest winds over 30 miles per hour. Blowing dust advisory till 7 p.m. over northern Pinell County. Drivers on State Route 347 and I-10 should drive with caution. That was the latest alert there from the National Weather Service. Now let's show you some of these peak wind gusts today. This is as of 2:37 today with the Springerville Airport, 71 miles per hour. That was at 12:55. Winslow Airport, 63. Two Guns on I-40, 62 miles per hour. You got Williams Airport there at 49 miles per hour, and then it just goes down there from there. But heavy winds today. That's what's really causing some of these scenes that we're seeing right here. This is at State Route 347 there, right there at Gravel Pit, as it's very, very dusty in that area. Please drive safe if you're going in that area here today. All right, and once again, thanks to our viewers for checking in with us right now. Is Robert checking in from Olympia, Washington, saying it's sunny and 61 degrees there. Also, Billy checking in from Everett, Massachusetts, saying it is cold out. I won't say what you said right before there, because that'd get in trouble there, Billy. But you're saying it's really, really cold out there. So we hear you. We hear you. We wish we could send some of our warm temperatures there to you, no doubt. But hey, your Red Sox are doing all right. Doing better than all right out there in Boston. They're really taking care of business there, no doubt. Linda reporting it's blowing a little bit here in Lake Havasu. Hey, Linda, thanks for checking in. Tammy saying, hey, this looks like one big dust bowl. And Sam Amy saying that the dust on the 347 is only bad once you reach Maricopa Mountain. I made it through 10 minutes ago. Wasn't that bad. Be safe. There you go. Nice tip for everybody. Thank you, Sam Amy. Renee saying, can you say valley fever? Yeah, we hope it doesn't come to that there, Renee, no doubt. Darlene saying, I drive through this a lot. Yeah, be safe there, Darlene. Be safe. Yeah, Catherine says, wow, it's not even monsoon yet either. Good point. Good point. Who knows what we're into or in for this summer. Hang on to your hats for sure. And Gallagher Jim saying, well, watch out for those dust bunnies. You just never know. So we continue to follow here live for you on News Now on Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us here today. Now, as you can see right there at State Route 347, it looks like it's just getting worse now. Let me bring it up to you full so you can really see, but it has just changed complexion really in the last 5 minutes or so, I would say. Wow, that is really something there. Slow down, everybody. I still see these people whipping through. Wow, look at that car right there, just whipping. Slow down.
Can you see that side thing?
All right, the National Weather Service just tweeting right now that saying, what's going on today? Strong winds through the evening, blowing dust, reducing visibility, and temps are currently dropping. So there you go. We're getting a little bit of everything today, and all getting this right now on News Now. All right, folks, and we are being told that our very own photojournalist there, Rick Davis, is able to talk to us right now. Rick, hey, what can you tell us out there? We see your shot right now in the bottom right. It looks very, very shaky there, windy.
Yeah, Mike, we are out in the middle of, we're at Maricopa Road and Riggs Road. Maricopa Road is actually the 347, which runs north and south into the town of Maricopa and then down into Albuquerque, Phoenix area. And we're just now starting to see where the visibility, the wind visibility is starting to get a little light, but we're expecting it to get a little heavier as the wind and the dust come from the south north across the desert.
Okay, and for people maybe just joining us here, Rick, can you say your location again?
We are at Maricopa Road, which is the 347 and Riggs Road, anticipating that this dust that is blowing is coming our way, and we're expecting to get a lot heavier and the visibility to drop as it moves across the desert going north from the south.
There we go. Yeah, so we are just watching this, and we're watching some other different angles here as well. We also have Skyfox in the air, and this looks like it just really all came together within the last 30 to 35 minutes.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny. Driving, coming from Phoenix, going south, I could see where there was pockets of dust out there, but I really couldn't tell which way it was going. The wind's kind of shifting. It is going south, but it's also coming from the west, going to the east. So it's just kind of picking up as it gains speed and picks up some of the dust that's, we haven't had a lot of rain, so we're just watching it kind of build up in one area and then build up in another area. But obviously there's dust coming this way. The Maricopa Mountains I cannot see right now, which just a while back I could see them. So that tells me that the dust is already in the town of Maricopa and is headed this way.
There we go. And Rick, what are you seeing with the drivers here? Are they at least taking it a little bit slower, or are they still going fast here?
Right now with the visibility just the way it is, they're still going normal speed, but one thing that I have noticed is more people have on their headlights. They've turned on their lights and they're driving, with their high beams on. I'll pan over. You can see some of these semis are, coming down the road. They're I think being more cautious, and they are aware that there is a dust storm brewing here.
Oh yeah, no doubt that they know it when they see it there all around them. And wow. So if you're just joining us here, everybody, we have on the phone our photojournalist, Fox 10's Rick Davis here live on the scene. That's in the bottom right that you're seeing where he is at right now as we continue to bring you these live images here. And it looks like this might be sticking around here for maybe the next 40 minutes to an hour here, Rick.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try and give you a shot just to go straight down with the power lines. Looking to the south, it would be Maricopa Road. Let me pan over. Give me just 1 second here.
All right, and we'll take your shot now full here. So we got it full for the audience. So it's full here for the audience now. We took that.
Yeah, Mike, we're looking straight south going into the town of Maricopa, and you can see where the power lines are at. The visibility is starting to dissipate a little as we look into the town of Maricopa.
All right, well, there we go. Rick, thank you for checking in with us, and please be safe out there.
Okay, Mike.
Thanks so much. All right, and once again, big thanks to our photojournalist there, Rick Davis, live on the scene. All right, everybody, if you're just joining us here on Facebook Live, fox10phoenix.com, look at the weather that we are getting here today. Heavy dust conditions continue. Please be safe if you're out there and know somebody that's out there. We hate to report on accidents. We really do. We don't want to have to do that today, so please be safe. Deborah asking, when are we going to see some rain? Well, hold on, folks, in just a little bit, about 10 minutes here. We're going to have our very own Christy Siefkin up here, and Deborah, we'll try to get that answered for you. So just stick around. We'll have Christy up here, and she'll knock down the weather here patterns for us and everything. Thanks, Deborah, for that question. We'll try to get it answered for you in the next 10 minutes. Just stay right here with us. All right, now we have another shot here available to us, everybody. Check this out. This is westbound I-10 just east of Wild Horse Pass right now, and you can really see that camera, that ADOT camera, really shaking right now. Stay right here with us here on News Now. We're going to have Christy Siefkin up here in about 10 minutes, everybody, 10 minutes away. All right, folks, and for those of you on Facebook Live or fox10phoenix.com, give us some of your weather questions. We'll have Christy up here, and maybe we'll try to get through some of them. We'll even include your name. Don't worry about it. Thanks to all our viewers here on Fox 10 Phoenix Facebook Live, fox10phoenix.com. We do appreciate you joining us here on this Thursday, a very windy Thursday, no doubt. All right, everybody, we continue to take a look here at the heavy dust conditions for you as we're showing you just a little bit different shots everywhere throughout the valley. And joining me right now, here's a different kind of shot. It is our very own Christy Siefken.
Hello, Mike.
How you doing today?
I'm good. We were just talking allergies. He's lucky and doesn't suffer from them, but my throat is going crazy. I'm sure it is for many of you who are here in the valley, too. Really bad air quality, and it's been 3 storms now in a week where the winds have increased again and again and again. And I mean, this is a pretty strong system that it's dry, unfortunately. We could use the rain, but you can see the dust there on the roadways already ahead of that cold front. And so what is this, Mike?
Oh, we're getting a little playback there.
There we go.
There we go.
I'm very ADD, you guys, so Mike had to turn it off for me. But I mean, this is a classic place, whether it's this time of year in spring or in monsoon season, right at that Wild Horse Pass area where we see the dust kind of rolling in along I-10. And you can see the camera shaking there as well. Gusty winds today with this system up to 65 miles an hour. Now, the gusts in the valley, not that high, but northeastern Arizona, one of the places that's seeing a lot of the gusty winds. Take a look right now at the gusts, 53 miles an hour in the Grand Canyon. Winds low. Definitely your car is shaking if you are driving through that section of the state right now. 51 mile an hour gusts. And then we have gusts in the mid-40s in St. John's and Show Low. Even here at Sky Harbor, we're registering gusts 35 miles an hour. And throughout the afternoon, I've been watching the winds. They've been fluctuating in the teens into the 20s. These are sustained winds. So hence that blowing dust that we have out there. And you know, we love to look at all those watches and warnings and advisories just to give you a heads up of which areas you need to take extra caution. So if you look at our map now, that area of tan on your screen, so part of southern Gila County, and then about Flagstaff area stretching north and then kind of hooking over to the east. This is where we have a wind advisory that'll be through tonight. The winds will decrease as we get into the later evening hours, but in the meantime, gusty winds 45 miles an hour, if not higher, possible. And then take a look at kind of the lighter tan color on your screen, far northeastern Arizona. That's where we have a dust storm warning. So this is kind of the highest warning that we can get in terms of dust. This isn't an advisory. This isn't a watch. This area in particular, we're looking at very limited visibility. It could drop down to 0, but we may see patches where consistently it drops down to less than 1/4 of a mile, and they're very strong crosswinds across I-40. So you obviously need to be extra caution if you're headed through there. And then, so you look to the south parts of Pinal County, southeastern Maricopa County. That's where we have a blowing dust advisory. So it's not a warning, but already from those pictures, you can tell why. Right along SR 347, along I-10, reduced visibility, you know, and this is good rehearsal, if you will, for monsoon season, remembering to take those precautions of pulling aside if visibility does drop so low that you can't see the people ahead of you. And it's just classic. This is rush hour time. As we get into rush hour, unfortunately, those driving conditions become all the more dangerous. So those are kind of the main warnings we have out there. Red flag warning for the entire state, not surprisingly, because the relative humidity is so low. So the gusty winds, we've got a lot of dry vegetation out there. So the wildfire conditions in terms of, you know, the threat of any starting and then having to fight them, not a great picture. So allergy sufferers, hang in there. After today, we're going to get a little bit of a break, but yet again, this is a real safety concern, particularly if you're driving through northern Arizona. Be careful and, you know, don't gamble with it if visibility drops.
Definitely not. And our one Facebook viewer, Deborah, she wanted to know, when will we see any rain?
Good question, Deborah. Everybody wants to know that. So I'm actually glad that you brought that up and that Deborah asked. So these systems, we've seen the one end of last week, Monday we had one, today we have another one. They've all been riding kind of north on the jet stream, so just getting close enough to kind of tempt us but not bringing us the rain. This system at the highest elevations in northern Arizona, we could see some scattered showers along the rim and north. Now, as for the valley, doesn't look like this system is going to bring us any rain. As you get into I know people are already hating me. It's not even 120 yet. But you're looking to the weekend and it's going to be warm, so it's not like we have another system coming through to kick up the winds again. It's going to be hot. We're looking at upper 80s as we get into Saturday. We're going to be in 90s. So we're not expecting to see any storm systems rolling through at least for the next 5 days. The long range forecast, when we look at the next 10 days out, or really for the rest of April, when we look at that monthly long range forecast, it is 50 to 60% chance of the valley's daily temperatures being above average, which we've already seen. And that's not to say you can't have warm days with rain, but the weather pattern, at least for the foreseeable future, does look look like it's going to be a dry one.
All right, we'll just have to wait there. I think she was getting pretty jealous of the Midwest friends and family, or maybe East Coast, where
I know
they've been. They don't even have spring yet.
They were probably happy. They'd be happy to have dust here,
right.
and 80s for the afternoon
we could just
highs,
for a couple days,
or just a happy medium. Kind of mix the two together. How's your family doing in the snow? Because you've family back in the Midwest.
Yeah, so they're in Chicago and they are sick of it. They are they're looking at moving right now.
They're packing
the realtor.
They're packing the car right now on their way out. Yeah. So it's pick your poison. A lot of our viewers who do move here, it's because they enjoy warmer, drier. You don't shovel sunshine, but you don't shovel dust unless it's really dusty. You might shovel some tumbleweeds.
There you go.
Yeah, but that's about it.
And my favorite meme here is always with that margarita. Like, we only salt the margaritas here. We don't salt our driveways.
I've never heard that. That's a good one.
People always share that meme. I'm like, that's true.
You're like, I know. You're like,
that's true.
Neener, come visit me.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, Christy, well, thanks so much. I know you're going to be busy at 5, 6, 9, and 10.
All of those.
All right,
and
all of the above.
Thank you, and be careful, guys, on the roadways today.
Go. Thank you so much. More news now coming up next, everyone. And welcome everyone here to Fox News Now, part of Fox10Phoenix.com. We do appreciate everyone joining us here on Facebook Live, Fox10Phoenix.com. Thanks so much for joining us here as we continue to take a look here at these heavy dust conditions. All right, folks, and coming up next is Pilar Arias. She'll be with you for the next 2.5 hours here on News Now. Thanks so much for joining us here and continuing to watch this breaking news updates.
All right, everybody, good afternoon. Thanks for sticking with us here on News Now, part of Fox10Phoenix.com. Pilar Arias hopping back in. Hope you all are having a fabulous afternoon, evening, depending on where you're watching us from. I did go outside shortly after showing you the live mountain cam of the blowing dust conditions here in Phoenix, and not too dusty yet here in downtown, but the wind is certainly picking up and carrying things with it, all the pollens, all the allergens in the air. So yes, definitely some movement in the valley here. Weather changes. Gonna stick with this for a little bit and intermittently come in and out of weather coverage here in the valley.